Good morning. So, we are starting a new chapter today. But before we start the new chapter, I will give you a small rundown of what we did yesterday so that you will get an understanding. In yesterday's satsang, Sri Krishna is telling everyone, those who follow the specific path of yoga, that they should continue to do what they are doing. Let's say, for example, they are performing the Hatha Yoga practices, they are doing meditation, or they are doing pranayama, or any other kind of yogic activity. They are supposed to continue with it and not drop it or leave it just because they become despondent. The continuation is a must. The criteria is that they can only achieve the ultimate destination of reaching the Supreme Divine only through meditation on Krishna, chanting his name, service unto the Guru, and practicing this yoga consistently, continuously. Devotion to Krishna is a must. If there is no devotion to Krishna, there is no achievement. That means if you are doing yoga and if you are only doing it for the sake of good health, which is what 99% of the world does, they want their body to be fine. So that is okay. It's like going to a gym, having a diet regime. You can have all that. You can go for walks. You can do little exercise at home. All this is fine. But if there is no devotion to Krishna, you will not be able to achieve the ultimate supreme goal. So this is where he had ended. Now when he had said that you can achieve this only through devotion to me, Uddhava had still a lot of questions because, like every other common man, his focus is never there. He is not into getting certain things done. So he is going to ask a lot of questions related to this topic, because a man who has a very, very flimsy mind cannot focus on the world, cannot do things in time, and is not at all geared up for achievement. What is he supposed to do? So this is what we are going to do in a new chapter today. We are doing chapter 24 from the Uddhav Gita. This is the first verse. Uddhava said, O Achyuta, I consider the pursuit of this yoga extremely difficult for one who is not a master of his senses. Please tell me in a simple way how a man may attain realization easily. Isn't that the case with literally everybody in this world? Nobody is a master of their senses at all. Today we are driven by our senses continuously. You see something nice in this world, you are attracted towards it. If you feel that you need to eat something delicious, you go after it. If you feel that you need to have a good, let us say for example, a good night's sleep, and you laze around and you sleep. You want to watch television. You want to hear music. What kind of a music? Music which is the latest one. You want to taste good stuff. You want to feel good. You want to get lost in the material world. So, these senses are always driving you outwards consistently. You see a beautiful car, you cannot stop looking at it. I had gone out of Bangalore and recently, and there was an old man and a slightly younger person. They came on two fancy bikes, a 650cc bike and something else. Everybody was attracted towards it. Everybody wanted to see those bikes. The old man had white hair like me, but he was fully covered up. The gear which they wear for bikers, a beautiful helmet, and he drove in along with this other person. You can see rajas pouring from these people. First is the bikes. People say, men are only boys. Then that is a boy toy or toy boy, whatever that is called. I don't know. So, this is what people are interested in. Why is a person so much keen on this kind of gadgets, vehicles, so on and so forth? Why are eyes driven towards that? Why is that need to own? So you can see a man is a weakling. His desire is never ending. So how can he control the senses? The question is so pertinent to the today's yuga. How does a person get out of it? You see, I want this and I want that. I want the luxuries of this world. Forget the luxuries, at least some little, comfort levels I want. People love to see television and all these videos that are there. They can go for hours sitting in front of the idiot box, watching serials after serials. Especially during this last 1 year, during the pandemic times, it has become so popular that today man doesn't even want to lift himself and go somewhere. He sits in his drawing room or whichever place that he is in, just lazing away. There is not much of a physical activity. Some people have taken it on themselves that they have to reduce their weight and so on and so forth. But the rest of the people. So here, Uddhava is requesting Krishna, I need the answer. See, the whole world, I consider the pursuit of yoga extremely difficult for one who is not a master of his senses. I am not a master of my senses at all. I love to sleep. I love to laze. I love my little luxuries. Why do I need to change my clothes? I can just lie around in the same clothes. Why do I need to have an additional fitting in my house? That I can't do. Everything is done by somebody else now. Look at the food. The food industry is growing because cooking has stopped at home. You will find that in most of these Asian countries, people love to go out and eat in these food courts. Now the food courts also are closed because in some places where there is a pandemic. So what do? They order on their apps. They want to eat that hot stuff in their own house. So they will order. And the order is delivered in just a few minutes. And then you sit in your dining table or sit in front of the television and enjoy it. You don't have to cook. It comes in a disposable containers. So you don't have to wash any dishes after that. It even has a spoon and a fork and a spoke for that matter. You just need to have a disposable place, a dustbin. That's it. What else is there? Food is like that. The whole world has become lazy and tamasic. Their senses are so strong that to release themselves from their sense jail of senses, it's impossible. So Krishna, be kind to us and tell us we are succumbing to our senses. He says, please tell me a simple way how a man may attain realization easily with the push of a button. Tick, and I get realized. I want that kind of a realization. See, I don't have the time and the energy to sit like those yogis sitting for 10,000 years. I don't even have 10 hours of, 10 seconds? You cannot even have attention for 10 seconds. You see, when I talk to someone, the moment I start giving them knowledge, you should see their eyes start wandering. And they are in their own world. I can start a topic. I am telling them certain things. Let us say, for example, I am talking about the fintech industry. And I tell them that this is what it is. Their eyes start wandering. They look glazed. Because most of the people have not understood, number one. Number two, those who have understood have started dwelling in their own mind about what they can do. Nobody is listening. It is very difficult to listen nowadays because mind wanders. So when the mind wanders, what do you do? So I need an easy solution. You see, maybe you can give me a medicine or maybe a goli or something like that, a tablet which will give me the moment I take it, I have reached realization. I want that realization. Easy way out. So Uddhava is definitely urging Krishna to give him the easiest and the simplest solution. Because who has the time to do all this yoga and all that? See, when I am in the yoga class, there is a lot of attraction over there. Lot of people from the opposite are there. I can watch them. I love that scene. But after 1 month, my money is over, and when my class is over, what do? I have to maybe do it in my drawing room. I just put the mat up and I just have to stretch myself a little bit here and there. Nobody, I can't watch anybody. That's why I don't feel like doing. See, this is what happens to us today. Alright, so let us see what he is asking further. We are doing chapter 24 of the Uddhav Gita, verse 2. Oh, lotus-eyed one, often do yogis who are trying to control their mind feel despondent, either owing to their failures to do so or being exhausted in their struggle to control the mind. How many of you are in this? Are you battling? Everybody is battling. Why? Why are they battling this? Can you see why you are battling this? If you think that you are in spiritual and you have you can control anything, it doesn't work. Because you feel despondent. What am I to do? I don't know. Everything is going downhill. One day I feel on top of the world. The second day I feel so exhausted. I can't see God. Forget God. I can't see my own self also doing anything. The failure to do anything is there. Yesterday I tried, I was supposed to do for half an hour. After some 10 minutes or so, I felt so tired, What is this yoga and all? I don't want to do. Meditation. See, I tell you, this meditation also is not good, I try to focus. I think of, Sri Hari so much. I said, Sri Hari, I want you. I focus on him. After some time, he disappears. What to do? And then I can't concentrate on it, And these are the thoughts of the people. You are all going through this. Why? Fickle minded. Everybody is fickle minded. They get exhausted in their struggle to control the mind. Exhausted in struggling to control their mind. I have to sit like this. I have to keep on saying Om, Om, Om. Okay, just imagine. Om. Om. You know this, the way in which mind works. I tell you, this is literally for everyone. After some time, again, that single pointedness is not there. It is completely lost. It is so funny that the mind itself is so fickle. In the material world, it is, if there is a word called fickler or ficklest, I think it applies over there also. Because it is so natural for the mind to, I don't like this. Do you know the number of new SUVs that are getting launched in the next month, April, May? 10 new SUVs are getting launched because the mind is so fickle. And in this whole year, they may launch another, couple of more, maybe 20, 30 more. Why? Because they want you to keep on buying. Because you are so fickle minded. You cannot stick to anything. So Uddhava, imagine 5,000, 7,000, God knows how many thousand years ago, he's telling Krishna, I'm sorry Krishna, but my mind is so fickle, I don't know what to do. I can't even focus. If the person over there at that time, who is the best friend of Krishna, is telling Krishna this, what about you? Is there anything difference between you and him? Today, though, you have degraded yourself further than that. Your graph is going completely down because you can't stick to anything. Your mind is exactly like the Tinder app. You understand? चलते रहता है. What is this? Every day one new story. And then for maybe week, 10 days, you don't get anybody. And then you say, my world has come to an end, I can't find anybody. Nobody likes me. I have become a miserable person. This world is not good. Then you go in a depressive state. With the depression, what do? I have to open my bottle and drink. That way you are completely gone off the rails only. The whole point of this is, man loves to find reasoning in everything. Why he can't do, he can give 1,000 reasons why he can't do anything. So here he says, often do yogis, he is talking about yogis. You people are bhogis. There is a difference between a yogi and a bhogi. Yogi is a person who is at least doing something in his life for spiritual. A bhogi is a person who is called the enjoyer of life. Where do I enjoy, Guruji? You are telling us we enjoy. Of course you don't enjoy. When did I say? But you are not even a yogi. So here the funny part is the yogi, he's talking about yogis are trying to control the mind. They are despondent. You know the word despondency, no? Kya karega? What am I to do? It's okay, man. Cool, dude. That's all right. Let it be. Let it be. We love to give this answer. Let it be. Why? It's too much of an effort, you know. You don't require effort to control the mind. Let me tell you this one. But Guruji, for you it is very easy to say. But for me, you understand how difficult it is. These are your thoughts. See, it is very easy to control the mind provided you have a mind. If you are a mindless fellow, then there is nothing to control. Have you seen all these, people who have lost their marbles? They don't know what they are doing also. So you have to become like that. But then to be in this world and to do that is not good, right? So you have to control. So Krishna, I don't know what to do. My mind is like this. I am a yogi, but I am so despondent. Owing to the failure to do so, I have failed in this control of mind. I am exhausted in this struggle. I am totally exhausted. I get to see these faces every day in my life. Person who will, as if they have no energy in them. You see, the full face and the whole body is what to do. First, it starts with the getting up in the morning. I'm exhausted. You had a full night's sleep and you're exhausted. I mean, just imagine. You're not doing anything, but you're exhausted. In the middle of the day, the sun is exhausting me. At the end of the day, the whole day was exhausting. Now, when is it not exhausting? So it is like that. Alright? So, Krishna, I don't know how to control this. So, continues. Chapter 24 of the Uddhav Gita, verse 3. Hence, O lotus-eyed one, O Lord of the universe, sages with discrimination never fail to resort cheerfully to thy lotus feet, which showers bliss. They are not overtaken by the inscrutable Maya and are never proud of their attainments in yoga and works. On the other hand, there are those yogis who have totally surrendered to you. They are so much surrendered to you. He's talking about this. See, of the universe, sages with discrimination never fail to resort cheerfully at their lotus feet. Those who know that only God is real, rest everything is unreal. That means whatever that happens in this world is only unreal. There is nothing real in this world, let me tell you. If you think that there is something real, you can't prove it to me because it's not going to last. It doesn't last. Why? It's like all those God particles, God particle never lasts. Where it has gone, don't know. Like these different kinds of things which people try to, yes, I will catch hold of this and it is going to be there. Everything deteriorates. Yesterday, Chitti is looking at my hair and saying, Guruji, you are getting a bald patch over here. Sir, my hair is going to go. Think about it. If the hair is also going, what about brains? They have also gone. See? So, discrimination is a must. See, when you discriminate, you don't see human beings or people around you. You don't say, this is my enemy, this is my friend, this fellow is good, this fellow is bad. You don't say any of those things. Everything is God's creation. Just accept it. Everything is God's creation. If that fellow is a villain in my life, he is not signing my document for, 1 year, then that fellow is not a villain actually. Let me tell you this one. But you feel he is a villain. Why? He is not doing his work, Why? Why is he not doing his work? So here he says something. Uddhava is saying, they are not overtaken by thy unscrutable Maya. It is called Maya. Why is that person not doing it? It is the Lord's Maya. It is not allowing you to progress. It is called illusion. How do you remove an illusion? Do you know how to remove an illusion? For all you great Maharathis out there, if there is an illusion in front of your eyes, how do you remove that illusion? Go to the source of it. What do you mean by that? Go to the source of it. Where did it start? It starts because you are not ready to find the answer. Somebody says there is a ghost in that room. Fear strikes you. You don't want to go there in the first place. Why? You hear what others talk. So when you hear what others talk, you listen to it and you get engrossed in it and you say, oh, it doesn't happen like that. Simple example, Aadhaar card. In India we have the Aadhaar card. People will say, if you don't have ration card, you won't get Aadhaar card. If you don't have these papers, you won't get Aadhaar card. I looked at them and I said, what are you talking about? An Aadhaar card can be got even by if you have an agreement, a sale agreement, or even a rental agreement with one more proof, whatever proof it might be. It might be a driving license or whatever. Doesn't matter. It can be an electricity bill. Where you are staying, the bill will come. That bill you take. Or whatever that you can show that you are there. But this knowledge is the problem. People don't have knowledge. They have not explored. They have not gone beyond their nose to see. And this is the reason why people fail. He doesn't sign the document and give me. You see, if you don't bribe the people over there, nothing moves. I can tell you one very simple thing. Way back in time, I was told, you see, those who buy these flats and all that, all the houses, flats and wherever, the whole world said to me, are you an idiot or what? There is in Mumbai, there is a 60-40 or 40-60, like the white money, black money thing. I told him, I have never paid bribe in my life. I have not done transactions with any black money anytime. I don't have money, so what black money? Bank is giving me a loan, I will give the whole money in that. Find a place. The whole world laughed at me. But all the estate agents, everybody. But I found that one person who said, yes, I have this, take it. Then in Bangalore, I went to a registrar's office. I was told that your work is never going to get done. I asked them, what are you talking? Why should the work not get done? So I approached those people directly. Believe it or not, my work was done in one day. This happened many years ago. Why? Because there is no hanky-panky in my world, so why should there be? We have to overcome the Maya of the Lord, the one which doesn't allow you to go beyond your nose. First, you have to do it. Knowledge is extremely important. Before Maya strikes you, you have the knowledge, you will not fall for it. Alright? There is no ghost over there. What makes you think there is a ghost over there? Go to the room, investigate, find out what is the issue. You will come to the understanding what it is. Are there aliens? I saw alien crafts. How many people are debating this issue? From Neil deGrasse Tyson to Michio Kaku, everybody is trying to find out, are there aliens? You also want to know. How many alien movies are you seeing? In 1 year, at least 10 movies will come which are all about aliens. I was seeing one joke. Okay. Now Superman and Batman are sleeping on the grass and they are looking up in outer space. Superman asks Batman, are there any alien beings? Are there any, creatures or things in outer space? Are there any aliens in outer space? Batman looks at Superman and says, aren't you one of them? You remember, Superman has come from outer space only. So it's a joke. What is this? Why are we so much engrossed in not wanting to know? You can't be sitting on your behind all the time. You have to go and do it first. Then nothing is going to affect you. No Maya in this world will affect you. Let me tell you this much. It is the fear, it is the inhibitions of man which doesn't allow him to get knowledge. Here, Krishna is telling, Uddhava is telling Krishna, these yogis, they are not overtaken by the inscrutable Maya and are never proud of the attainments in yoga and work. What is he saying? There are very few yogis in this world. They are always discriminating. They are saying, this world is unreal, this world is unreal, this world is unreal. Only Krishna is real. Only Krishna is real. That is all. Everything in this world is a creation of Maya. To overcome Maya, you need knowledge. Remember this. When you have the knowledge, then what Maya is going to overcome you? Knowledge of Krishna, the Almighty God. Once you have the knowledge of Him, then who is going to come and disturb you? Nobody. Is there anything in this world that can, disrupt your progress? But if you yourself are not interested, if you are that lazy fellow, like in the previous word, I am struggling, I'm exhausted, I don't know what to do, I am not capable, this is not possible. All these words that everybody gives. I don't know, sir. Why is that? Lack of knowledge, understanding and doership. Missing doership. Who is going to go and do? In my world, there was a young couple. The young couple told me that there are so many poltergeist kind of, things happening in their house. The windows are opening, the drawers are coming out, the things are putting out, they were put from here to there, the fridge is lying open someday, some food is lying on the table. They're saying, Guruji, there are ghosts in my house, And okay, there are ghosts in your house. There are ghosts there everywhere. Let us see. Then one day, this person, this disciple, finds his small son, a few years old, 6 years old son. He's sitting on the table and talking to somebody across the table. He was talking to the ghost in that house. He is not scared. That fellow is not scared. What he says, what can the ghost do to me? I'm not scared of anybody. And sometimes he was in the basement playing with the ghost. And I'm not telling, this is not lies, this is the truth. So when my disciple came to me, I said, why? See, that house belongs to those ghosts, okay? And there was a couple which owned that house, and naturally, they don't want you to come and stay in their house. They have ownership of it. They have a desire of that house. So if you live with them, like if you stay in that house, just say amicably. And don't get scared of them. They are not going to do anything to you. They believe that's their house, they will be there. And that small babe, that child is playing with their child. Okay, something must have happened in that place. So why bother so much about it? Knowledge. From that day onwards, they never got scared of anybody. And I said, you believe in Krishna, no? You believe in the Lord, isn't it? Why are you bothered about it? Nothing bad is going to happen to you. Stay like that, doesn't matter. And they did. Knowledge is important. So here, this yogi, he has this ability to see through this inscrutable Maya of the Lord. And then lastly, if he is doing those things, he can overcome the Maya of the Lord. He doesn't go about tom-tomming to people. I say, I am able to do it. I did it. I did it. I did it. I have people in my world, they want praises. Every day they will ask me, you see, I did this work at the end of the day. You should have at least said, you did a great job. What great job? A yogi is not supposed to be bothered about great jobs. It's like a common thing. So what is the big deal? You are able to get a signature on a paper and you think you sat over there the whole day? What is the big deal in that? Nothing. It is nothing. And why do you expect praises? They are not overtaken by the inscrutable Maya and never proud of the attainments of yoga and work. Never be proud of any attainments. You don't have to shoot a video of yourself and show with your leotards or what you call Lulu mom, tight pants in reels and these kind of things. Okay, there is no need. You don't have to show how you are able to stretch your legs and this and that. What is that? That is not called yoga. That is called show off. A yogi is not supposed to be bothered about anything. His job is to do his job and get out. And not expect, how was it? How did I do? When some people come and ask me, I really look at them in pity and I say, what kind of idiots are you all? You have done a job, good for you. Get out of it. Get lost. Go further ahead. This is what he is telling. See, these are never proud of their attainments in yoga and the works. Only those people who have surrendered at the feet of the Lord, they should not be bothered about it. They should just keep on doing what they are doing and just move on ahead. People in my world will keep on asking me, Guruji, I don't feel okay today, First, already they are despondent. They are like this first verse and the second verse. And the third verse, that day I was feeling so high, so nice. But I think today you are not there with me. I don't see you in my dreams also. I don't find you near me. These are those crybabies all their life. They are crybabies. They want the high, they want to be on the high all the time. That is artificial high. Never bother about it. Your job is to always be on the high because you have surrendered at the feet of Krishna. Your job is to do the job and never ask for any, progress report from Krishna. Never ask for progress report. How am I doing? What, how am I doing? You are doing useless. You are fail. 0 out of 10. If somebody comes to me, I tell them, you are worthless. Never ask for, you should never be proud of any attainments. Whether it is work or in yoga. Guruji, I was able to sit for 2 hours in meditation. Fail, 0 on 10 or 0 on 100. What are you talking about? I was able to climb the mountain. Doesn't mean anything to me. That is, achievements of any kind are nothing great in spiritual. All that is called the Maya of the Lord. The Maya of the Lord can be removed by knowledge and by doership. You got to do something about it. Don't just sit over there not doing anything. Get the knowledge, do that work, move ahead, don't bother your head about anything. You will be successful. So now we go to the next verse. We are doing chapter 24 from the Uddhav Gita, verse 4. O Achyuta, O friend of all, is it any wonder that thou placest thyself unreservedly at the disposal of thy servants who have no other refuge but thee? For didst thou gladly mix on terms of friendship with animals, even though high potentates lay the end of their shining crowns at thy footstool? Here, Uddhava is asking Krishna. He says, you know what? Anybody who is your servant, person who serves you, you give them everything on the platter. Somebody who just serves you, naturally, is doing the seva, your seva. There is a very funny story I will tell you. There is Radharani and there is Krishna. Okay? Now, there are lots of gopis. Now, in some, these gopis are supporting Krishna and some are supporting Radharani. The one who support Radharani don't want to support Krishna at all. Why? Because they feel that they owe everything to Radharani and that is why they have to support her. So they are always plotting against Krishna. If Krishna says something they don't want to do. On the contrary, if Radharani even lifts a finger like this, they are willing to jump to her tunes and dance to her. This is Lalita, Vishakha and all those others. There is hardly anybody who is actually devoted to Krishna. You can't find anybody. A true devotion to Krishna is only by the sages and the saints who have reached him. So he is saying, if somebody is a servant of Krishna, he says, oh Achyuta, Achyuta means Krishna, a friend of all. He is a friend of everybody. He doesn't consider even these gopis as somebody who is against him. No. He doesn't consider anybody as his enemy. Everybody is a friend of his. Whether they like him or not, doesn't matter to him. For him, he is a friend of everybody. Is there any wonder that you place yourself unreservedly at the disposal of your servants who have no other refuge but you? Understand one thing clearly. Can there be any other refuge besides God? No. When you are dying, when you are in the hospital, when you are in your deathbed, or when you are the greatest scientist of all, even then you don't know which hell you are going to go to or which heaven, because you don't believe in hell or heaven, no? Don't worry, if you don't believe in heaven and hell, there is a place which is in between. It is called suspended in animation. Okay? There is a very beautiful story of Trishanku. Trishanku was suspended in animation. That guy neither could go there, neither could go here. Neither nor whatever. So, your state is going to be like that. You don't believe in some things, no? That is none of our business. If somebody believes in something, that is their problem, not ours. So, those who are on the path of Sanatan Dharma, they never oppose anybody. Everybody is welcome. Why should it matter? You are right from your perspective because you are a blind man. Another person is a deaf man. He is right from his perspective. A blind man can't see, a deaf person can't hear. Try your level best explaining some things to them. They can't understand. Because you are trying to teach a blind man what is the color of a rose. He can't understand. You are trying to tell a deaf person how beautiful this music is, What? Critical acclaim. Now critical acclaim is playing beautiful music for last so many years. Who cares? That deaf person we can't even hear. Beautiful drums being played. What drums? Huh? He will look at like that. So there are blind people, there are deaf people, there are people who are atheist, agnostic. You are not here to try to convert them into something. They are like the deaf and blind people. You are trying to teach a person, an atheist person, what is God. Don't try. Don't even bother your head. He is not going to listen. No way. He will still say, I don't believe in it. It's okay. Doesn't really matter. Everybody has their belief systems. Like there are people abroad, they believe that elephants are walking in the streets of India. They're free to believe that. Anybody says no? Everybody in Hawaii plays the hula. Okay, let it be. And there are kangaroos even in Sydney and Canberra and all those places. Okay. I never knew that. In Peru and all those places, there are llamas only, alpacas and... Who is it? You think there are alpacas riding in the streets in Lima? Who told you that? It is called a generalized belief system. So don't argue with people who have already decided on certain things. See, some people have decided. Some people have decided that they don't want to believe in me. It's okay, perfectly fine. Have I invited you? No, I have not invited. My doors are open. You can come and you can get out also. I don't care. There is no need for belief in any system. Because you are a blind person, you are a deaf person, you are a dumb person. What am I to do? Do you think I'm supposed to explain to you? I don't care. That's why Krishna also has this very beautiful ending in all the books, by the way. Those who have read the Bhagavad Gita or any of those beautiful, he says, don't bother trying to teach an atheist or somebody who doesn't love me. He doesn't love me, he doesn't love me. Leave him. It's not your job to do that. Is exactly what he's saying. Don't bother your head about these people. They are already decided on certain issues. Let them decide. Their problem, not ours. So, these people, they unreservedly, if they are completely immersed in you and they are lost at your feet, for those kind of people, you are very kind. So, if you are in love with Krishna, it is Krishna's job to take you wherever he wants to. But if you are against him, where do you think he is going to bother his head about you? He's not even bothered. He's okay, fine, what am I to do? Actually, I don't hate anybody. But you don't love me. What am I to do about it? It's not my problem, isn't it? So, for didst thou mix... Now, there is a very beautiful story. And it is about Brahmaji. Brahmaji came from the heavens to see Krishna. Krishna didn't go and say hello to him or did anything about it. On the contrary, he just looked at him. And he continued to play his flute with all those cows over there and all his gopis around. You think the Lord doesn't know? Many a times, Krishna will not even bother to look at another person. Why? It is not important. You may be Brahmaji, you can be Vishnu, you can be Shiva. It doesn't matter to him. The cows are there. He says, the friendship with the animals. He is friends with the animals. He will put his hand on the cow and he will stand over there. Maybe he will be playing the flute. It's not that he doesn't recognize anybody and everybody. He recognizes, but he plays along. It's his inscrutable Maya. Please remember this. He is never going to show recognition. No way. Great masters, they also never show that they know. Why? It's not required. You don't have to know everything and know anybody. When I visit some master somewhere, I don't go with this idea that I know them or they know me. Doesn't even matter. Who cares? Does it give me one great designation over there? Do you think they will call me some Swamiji, this one, that one, or some? Who cares? You, some ordinary person trying to anoint me? Who cares? I don't want any designations. I don't even care for them. That is why my name is nobody. Only God knows my name. So this is the kind of simplicity a person is supposed to have, not even bother about names, form and this and that. So that is why he says, Krishna's friendship is with the lowest of the creatures, animals and all that. He doesn't bother his head about other people. So even when the great person came, Brahmaji came, he lay the end of the shining crown at their footstools, where all these people, Brahmaji downwards to all the gods, they will remove their crowns and they will place it at Krishna's feet. They are all surrendered to Krishna. It is not Krishna's job to bother about this. He is in love with everybody. So whether it's a poor man in the streets, whether it's a nobody, or whether it is Brahmaji also, he is not going to give some special place to Brahmaji and say, oh, you are the great Brahmaji, please come, I welcome you. He is not bothered about it. But those who are in love with Krishna, he is always with them. So now we move to the next verse. We are doing Uddhav Gita chapter 24 verse 5. Who that knows what thou dost to thy devotee, would discard thee, the self of all, the well-beloved Lord, the giver of all boons, to thy dependents, and who would resort to other masters of material prosperity, or for forgetfulness of the world either? What indeed is inaccessible to us who adore the dust of thy feet? This is a strange verse. You got to listen to it. He says over here, who that knows what thou dost to thy devotee would discard thee. Krishna does everything for his devotee. One who is completely 100% devoted to Krishna, Krishna does everything for him. So why will such a person run after something else in this world? Why will he discard you? Who you are the self of all, isn't it? You are the God Almighty. You are the supreme divine consciousness. Why will someone leave you and go somewhere else? No. Anything that these people ask for, Krishna has always provided them with the answers. He doesn't give on a platter, no. He gives it in a slow, steady manner. But they're all taken care of. The devotees of Krishna are all taken care of. Here, the question which Uddhava is asking Krishna, when you are the giver of everything, why are people trying to run after other people who have absolutely zero understanding or have no, I can tell you all these demigods, all these petty people in this world. Why should anybody run after them? It is not good to run after others. You are the Supreme Lord. I will only be focused on you. Everybody else is all lower level people. They are nowhere in comparison to Krishna. Not even a single demigod. No Brahmajis of this world can even compare this much to Krishna. They are not even a dot of dust at the feet of Krishna. So why are you going and, trying to pander to all these people or these gods? So here he says, why resort to any other? Master for material property. you want money or something like that, you go and pander to some other person. They'll go to all the Babajis of this world, they'll go to all these sages, saints, and I was listening to one person telling, when you are in this place, you should visit that place. Why? There is one great Babaji staying over there. Is that so? Yeah. When you are in Mumbai, you should go visit that place. Why? Because there is another great saint saying over there. What is that? What is that all about? It doesn't make sense. When you have the Supreme Master with you, why are you bothered about other things? When you have the kings or the queens here, why are you going and talking even to the Prime Minister? Why are you taking your begging bowl and trying to find out about what is the wealth of this king? You're going and asking the person who is the doorkeeper of the king, how much wealth does he have? It is like some of my disciples, they want to go and investigate with other people whether there is even some little bit of, divinity in this person. Why are you going to ask other people? That is what he says. And this forgetfulness of these things. When you are accessible, what indeed is inaccessible to us who adore the dust of their feet? Is there anything which is inaccessible? No. Everything is in the hand of the devotee. The devotee just needs to only be lost in Krishna alone. He doesn't have to bother going anywhere, do anything. Krishna says, don't bother about doing yoga. Don't do. There is no need. Surrender is important. Single pointed devotion is important. And Uddhava is telling Krishna, then why are these people doing like this? Why do people go and seek somebody else when you are the master of this universe? You are the master, the supreme divine consciousness of this world, and people run after things. They run after other people trying to get endorsement. Is that person Krishna? That's what even Brahmaji tried to do. Not knowing who Krishna is, he tried to test Krishna. Why are you trying to test him? There is no need. So this is the truth about Uddhava's question. So there is a little bit balance in the Uddhava's question which we will do tomorrow morning. Then we will find out what Krishna has to say on this issue. Because we are waiting for Krishna's answer, isn't it? All of us want to wait for Krishna's answer. But Uddhava is so clear in his understanding. Let me tell you, Uddhava is absolutely clear. He knows everything is in Krishna's hands. Everything. There is nothing which is beyond him. But why people are still running after things? When you have surrendered to Krishna, then there is no need of anything else, isn't it? He's the Supreme Master. He can just do like this one tick. And yes, realization is also possible if he wants to, isn't it? I mean, this is what Uddhava is asking. With one click, you can realize, you can make me realize, isn't it? So then, I would like to know all these questions. So, tomorrow we are going to find out why this is so. So, we will wait until tomorrow, where we will start with verse 6 onwards. Okay? So, I'll take your leave. You have a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow at the same time. Bye.